Welcome to our channel. I'm Pastor Mike, founder of Transformed Church. I'm glad that you joined us today, but before we get into our video, I needed to ask you today to support our mission. And the way that you can support our mission today is just to hit like, follow, and subscribe on our social media pages, whether you're on YouTube, Rumble, or Facebook. We need that engagement to help move our mission forward. If you're liking what we're doing, if you agree with the mission that we have going, that we've accepted from God, and you would like to be part of that movement going forward, like to be part of transforming communities, then absolutely, please give us that like, subscribe, follow. We really appreciate it. But I also very much want you to know from the bottom of my heart that if there's anything that you need prayer for, if you have any comments or questions about anything that we're doing, please reach out and contact us. I will personally respond if you contact us. Whether you leave us a comment on this video, you reach out via email, or get a hold of us on our website at transformchurchmichigan.com, or via Messenger, or even our Facebook page, Transform Church Flint. Reach out. You need prayer, you want to talk, you just want somebody to listen. I've been through the ringer. God has brought me through it. I understand a lot. And you're not going to get condemnation from me. I'm not going to tell you you're going to hell if you need to reach out and talk to somebody. I will absolutely, happily give you guidance. I will happily tell you what God has to say about your situation to the best of my ability. If I don't have an answer, I promise you I will look it up. I will get an answer for you. I can't promise you'll like the answer, but I'll get one for you. That being said, have a blessed day. Enjoy the video. Grow with God. Hey, what's up? Welcome to our brand reveal video. Today we have rebranding going on. So there's a little bit of a connotation to the idea of rebranding or relaunching, that people do it because they're not doing well. That is not the case. Healthy, growing churches change as they go. No church is ever healthy or growing if it is staying in one place where it's comfortable. If they're refusing to get out of the walls, they're refusing to change things up, then it just gets stale, it gets old, it gets lazy, it gets complacent. That's absolutely not what's going on here. We have reached a point in our development process, because we are a brand new, totally independent church startup with no denomination backing us, no financial backers that have like millions of dollars in the bank or whatever. None of that. We don't have any government handouts. It's all the core team working to develop this mission that God has given us to make this happen. So we've reached a point now where we have our own symbol, our own logo to go along with our name. This logo, as I will show you shortly, is, to the best of our knowledge, totally unique. It is designed by us, and it has meaning to every part of the logo. So when you see the symbol, know that we feel that it conveys strength, unity, but above all, points to God in all of it. It doesn't look like anything that you've ever seen before. At least I'm pretty confident that it doesn't look like anything you've seen before. It is not going to look like what you're used to a church having. And that is a part of what our passion is here at Transform, is to be different from all the other churches. Because if you're not going to church right now, you aren't going to start going to church because there's a new church that looks just like the old churches and then behaves just like the old churches. See, here at Transform, we're all about old school truth with new school vibes. That's our pursuit, that's our goal, that's our passion. In addition to how that plays out and how that manifests in their communities and in individuals' lives. Got a little tongue-tied right there. But, hey, it happens. I'm not perfect, and neither are you. So I want to update you about a couple of things before we get to the logo. We have a newly revamped website with new pages and new content launching Friday, October 6th. I want you to make sure that you bookmark that website when you have a chance. Check it out weekly, because we will have weekly updates. I want to explain our name real quick with because there may be a little bit of confusion. It sounds a little weird when you say Transform Church or Transform Church Michigan or Transform Church Flint. The reason why we have the name Transform Church Michigan is primarily to set us apart from other churches in the United States that have similar names. A lot of people like the idea of transformation. It's not one of the most popular ways to go with a church name, but my life verse is Romans 12:2. It reads, "Do not conform to the ways of this world, the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." But we're not just talking about transforming people, transforming lives in the name Transform Church and in our mission. We are also trying to transform church. We are trying to change church so that we can get away from all this money-focused nonsense or power-focused nonsense that happens in many churches in the country. We are getting back to God and back to His word and His ways that have not changed. Period. God does not change, and that's the awesome thing about God, is that you can count on Him to be the same today as He was yesterday, as He was 2,000 years ago, as He was 4,000 years ago. He is eternal. That is all there is to know about God, is He does not change. The world changes, and how we talk about God and how we deliver His truth may change, but that truth does not change. So we're trying to transform church, the people, by doing things differently as much as possible, by doing things in a fun way, a productive way, a safe way, and not being scared of changing as necessary. If something doesn't work, we absolutely want to change it and get that out of here and do something new. We welcome people who are in the roughest areas. I don't care what you're struggling with, you come through those doors. If somebody that represents Transformed Church pushes you away, tell me about it, and I will absolutely deal with it in a heartbeat, because that is not the atmosphere or the culture that we're fostering. Jesus was a friend of sinners. He came to take care of the sick, and that's what we are passionate about here at Transform. That's how I lead, by example, by engaging with people no matter what their situation, no matter what their struggle. I've had plenty of my own struggles, very, very dark stuff. Not the average pastor who was brought up in the church, went to school, got their degree, stayed on the straight and narrow. No, I walked in the dark for a long time, and I did a lot of dirt. But God changed me. God transformed my heart and my behavior and my mind, and has brought me to this point where He wants me to share that with others. That is the heartbeat behind Transform, is that no matter what crap you've been through, no matter how big that pile of mess and embarrassment is, you can change your life. God has the power, and God wants to change your life. You just have to start that journey with Him. So without further ado, let's show you the new logo. As you can see, it is very colorful. Every color except for the green and the gray has a meaning. With that being said, thanks for tuning in to check out the logo. Part of our relaunch, we now are accepting and seeking donations. We are using Givelify as our online giving platform. If you check the description of this video, you will find a link to Givelify. We are not a big enough channel yet to be able to put the channel right in the video. So if you help us grow with that, then we can put those links right in the video for you in the future when we have things that we want to draw your attention to. Otherwise, you can check out our page, our website at transformchurchmichigan.com, and look at the homepage and the Join Our Mission page. You will be able to find a button you can click to take you directly to Givelify, or you can download the app, the Givelify app. Just type in Givelify, Givelify, and you can find our church easily. You will have to look for Transform Church Incorporated, because that is our legal name. That was part of our documentation and work that we had to do to get going with the church. That's how the government recognizes us, as Transform Church Incorporated. We have 4 funds available right now for you to give to. The Church Development Fund specifically supports legal costs and our mission to physically launch. All money that you give to that fund or any of the other specific funds will only be used for those specific purposes. That is part of the obligation as being nonprofits, as well as our obligation as Christians to be trustworthy, faithful, and good stewards of any of the gifts that God may give us, or that God moves you to give us. Our second fund is the Outreach Fund. This fund specifically supports what we do in the community. Currently, we are only able to feed people once a month as Transformed Church. We would love to be able to do it more often, but we need the funds to do so. We go out there every week, regardless, but we partner with another church at the moment, and we would love to be in a position where we can handle that ourselves. So if that's something that you would love to support, go ahead and donate to that fund for us. None of these funds put money in anybody's pocket, period. We don't even give out cash to people in the community. We give out goods, we give out clothes, we give out groceries, we give hygiene products, a hot meal. This is what we do. The third fund is the Ministry Fund. This fund goes to support our content production. Without donations coming into this fund, people in the church will have to be busy with things that are not church related in order to keep this going. I am the only pastor involved in this church. Our passion and our drive is to launch a physical location. We will have a church vision video made up, and we will show you and explain in depth what we are working towards at launch. And that will also be included on our church website on Friday when it's live. Our final fund is the General Fund. The General Fund allows us to exercise our discernment and judgment according to God's will to determine where money should go. So if you don't have a specific motivation to give to one of those first 3 funds, you could give to this General Fund and it will go to our top priority or whatever is most needed. Like I said, currently that is developing a physical location. But thanks for watching the video. I just want to check in with you one more time before you take off. I wanted to ask you to please consider giving in support of our ministry, in support of our mission. I am asking here for more than a like, follow, and subscribe. I am asking here for you to go to God in prayer, seek His will, and see if He'll respond and move you to give money to this cause. I hate that I have to ask that, but we cannot do things on earth. We cannot make a difference in the community without your support. We do need it. In order to expand our operations for what we're doing in the community now, we need that help. In order to move forward, to get a physical location where we can get people out of the elements, where we can start to move them out of their situations, get them trained, get them believing in God, changing their lives for the better and experiencing a better life, we need your support in doing that. So if you would check out the link in the description for Givelify, that is our method for online giving right now, or you can find it on our homepage or our Join Our Mission page on our website at transformchurchmichigan.com. You can also find links in our Facebook page at Transform Church Flint. We thank you so much. Even if you don't donate, definitely don't feel obligated. If you are struggling, we're not doing this for your money. We're not doing this for anybody's money. If you're struggling, don't feel obligated. Don't feel obligated altogether. We want people to love God, love people, and therefore be motivated to support His mission by giving whatever they can afford. With that being said, thank you very much for tuning in. Peace be with you. I pray that God would shine His face upon you, bless your life, and change your life. And I hope you come back for